Now let's talk about what is the scenario number 2 for the destructive changes. Now scenario number 2 is quite different from the scenario number 1 which we have seen. In this case, what is going to happen is the components are available up to the certain Salesforce environment. It could be up to UAT, it could be up to staging environment or integration environment. That means development was done into the lower sandboxes and then it was deployed maybe to the next sandbox or to all the way till UAT environment. Now your business or your BA has came and say, hey, this particular component is not needed, we no longer want this component to be deployed, so let's get rid of this, and you want to delete it up to the UAT environment. In this case, what we have is we have a user story, and that user story says that create add preference field on the account object. This is the user story that we have, and this user story was worked, and there were certain fields which were created on the account object like new account date and joined us date. Both fields are quite similar, so business has decided that we wanted to get rid of this new account date and we don't want it to deploy this new account date to the production environment. However, we only want joined us date to go to the production environment. And because this user story is deployed all the way till UAT environment, you would like to delete this particular field all the way till UAT environment. Now there is a catch in this process while you are trying to commit it. However, the process is quite similar. The developer has to log in into the dev sandbox. They need to delete that component from the dev sandbox, create a new user story, and that user story will be committed with the destructive changes, and then they are going to deploy the change. However, while they are trying to commit the change, there is one thing that developer needs to keep in mind. And that one thing is that they need to figure out what was the original user story where the actual development was done. In our case, the user story is 250025. This is the original user story where the developer has actually worked on the actual requirement. And the feature branch for that user story is, if we look for the feature branch, this is the name of our feature branch, which says feature branch us hyphen hyphen 0000025, or it could be a different feature branch in your case. Now this is the one thing that developer needs to keep in mind. They need to find out the feature branch for the original user story, and then they need to use this feature branch at the time of committing the destructive changes. Why? Because this component is not available into the main branch. And if you remember the branching strategy session where we talked about how exactly the branching strategy for Copado works, we discussed that every feature branch will be created from the main branch by default. And because main branch does not have that component which is new account date that we want to delete, destructive changes will not work. And that is where this feature branch is actually needed at the time of committing. Now let me show you the end-to-end process so that you can understand in a better way. For that, we need to log in into the developer sandbox, navigate to the account object by going to the object manager, fields and relationship, find the field which you want to delete, which is new account date. Let's go ahead and delete this field. Now the deletion part is done, and developer needs to go and create a user story. We already have a user story for the simplicity of the session, which is deleting the new account date field from the account object. Let's commit the changes now. Click on the commit changes, and as we are dealing with the destructive changes, we need to make sure that at the time of getting the latest changes, we change the drop down, the very first one from new and changed to deleted metadata, and click on get changes. This time you will see that there are two components which we have actually deleted into our dev1 sandbox. We are only bothered about new account date, so we'll select that and click on commit changes and start commit. Now by mistake I click on start commit, which usually started the commit. Now what has happened, as I said, by mistake I clicked on commit without changing the branch, the base branch. What we have seen is it says that the latest commit does not contains any changes because both are identical. The reason is that the field which we wanted to delete is not available in the main branch. So while committing the changes, what developer needs to do is they need to figure it out what are all the deleted components. They need to select the components which they want to delete, for example new account date, then click on commit change. Now before clicking on start commit, it is really important for us, for developers, to change the base branch. Currently base branch is pointing to main. They click on this edit button and they will have to change the base branch to the feature branch that we have. Now here we have an option to select the user stories, and our user story is 0025. So we will select that and we make sure that it is selecting the correct branch. And once you have done that, and then because we already did a commit, so we are going to say go ahead and create the branch again so that there would be a brand new branch for us. Click on start commit. Now this time what actually is going to happen, a new feature branch for this user story which is 0030. For this user story, the actual new branch will be created out of the branch which we have given, and that is where it is going to identify that yes, there is a file which I need to delete, and then it is going to do the same thing which we have seen in the scenario number 1. Now the commit has been completed. The commit ID is populated on the commit record. If we click on it, we will see that the field has been deleted. Now because the field was not added to the page layout, there are no changes to the page layout. And as your commit is successfully completed, you are satisfied with the components which you wanted to delete, go ahead and follow the same process that you usually follow for deploying the component. Now once you do the promote and deploy, it is again going to follow the same thing to promote the components to the higher environment. You wait for this new promotion to get deployed, and then you will see that a particular component, a field which has been deleted from the account object into the target environment. In our case, the target environment is the integration environment. To verify that the field is actually available into the integration environment, if you log into the integration sandbox, navigate to the account object, you can see here the new account date field is already available. After the promotion has been successfully completed, that field will get away, that field will be deleted from the target environment. Now as the deployment has been completed, let's get back to the integration environment, refresh the page, and we will see that the field has gone now. There is no field called as new account date. Click on deleted fields to make sure that the field is available there. And similarly, as we said, you wanted to deploy to the all the way till production environment, you just go ahead and not production, all the way till UAT environment, you just go ahead and delete this component all the way till UAT environment. Now again, an important thing that you need to consider, there are two user stories which you have created. One might be created by another developer and one you have created for deleting the field. Now the user story says 25. The user story 25 is responsible for adding the fields to the account object, and user story 30 is responsible for deleting the field. Let's say you are deploying this particular user story all the way till production environment. That means your additional field which is not required, that is unnecessary, is also getting deployed to production. Then you also need to make sure your user story number 30 is also getting deployed till production, so that unnecessary field is deleted. That is the one thing. Second thing is that you can do a recommit on your user story 25, get rid of the unnecessary field from the UAT environment, and then keep only and only the custom field which you want to deploy all the way till production environment.